and she just didn't run a race for whatever reason last time, which is a bit disappointing, but she's strong enough in the market today anyway. 15 to 2 into 5s.
Okay, post time. Walking in, here's Martin.
Cheers, Niall. And they're off. From the 2 mile start for the CB Protection Fillies Juvenile Hurdle, Daria leads Lady Scylla to the first of 9 flights. Via della Volte is prominent, going the inside route. Golden Image handy, along with Enchanting Enya. Miranda is well positioned out wide as they clear the first, all over it safely. Golden Footsteps the last to touch down as they reach the second. Daria and Lady Scylla land in unison, pursued by Golden Image and Via della Volte right up the inner. The white-faced Enchanting Enya is handy, together with Powerful Society. On their outside is Miranda. Then follows Club Tropicana and You've Broken My Dream, followed by Club Tropicana and Dharma Rain. And the last 2 are Emily Webb and Golden Footsteps, tightly grouped, heading into the turn, led by Daria around the outside of Lady Scylla, with Via della Volte in third. Miranda 5 wide on the turn next. Golden Image between runners, together with Powerful Society and Enchanting Enya. Then follows Club Tropicana, held up in the last quartet as they jump the flight of hurdles on the side. Emily Webb was the last to clear it, with Golden Footsteps immediately in front of her. So Lady Scylla and Daria, the front pair, as they prepare to swing right-handed to race down the back. They're closely tracked by Via della Volte, Miranda, Golden Image, Powerful Society, Enchanting Enya, then Club Tropicana, followed by You've Broken My Dream. Dharma Rain is behind those, then Golden Footsteps, and finally Emily Webb, as the leaders come to jump the first of 2 in the back straight. Number 5, Lady Scylla, Richard Johnson picked up in front and jumped it well to go a length in front of Daria. Miranda on their outside in third, then Via della Volte in fourth from Golden Image. Powerful Society next, then follows You've Broken My Dream and Club Tropicana as they come to jump 4 out at the end of the back straight. Lady Scylla flying the hurdles, landed 2 clear that time. Daria in second, Miranda's in third. Via della Volte shaken up by Tommy O'Brien to close in fourth. Golden Image is now being pushed along in fifth. Then follows Powerful Society, You've Broken My Dream, Dharma Rain and Golden Footsteps behind those. Club Tropicana is struggling to stay in touch, together with Emily Webb. As they exit the back straight, Enchanting Enya, having dropped back last, is now tailing off. They're on the sweeping turn back towards the home straight, led by Lady Scylla from Daria and Miranda. Via della Volte is shaken up vigorously now in fourth place, and they've broken away from Powerful Society. Golden Image has lost touch with the leading group as they enter the final half mile with 3 to jump in the home straight. Lady Scylla will lead them in. Miranda's gone second around the outside of Daria. Via della Volte has weakened away from the leading trio and is about to be passed for fourth by Powerful Society, and then follows Dharma Rain, who's plugging on best of the rest. But it's Lady Scylla and Miranda who will jump the third last, separated by a length, and they've gone clear from Daria, who's weakened. Powerful Society has moved into a moderate fourth. Enchanting Enya's pulled up, and so too has Club Tropicana. The front pair have safely negotiated 2 out. It's Lady Scylla by 2 lengths to Miranda. Coming into the wings of the final flight, Lady Scylla knocks it flat, handing Miranda a chance. Only a length between them, less than that now, as Miranda draws level on the far side and quickly takes up the running inside the final 100 yards. It's Miranda coming away from Lady Scylla. Miranda in the hands of Harry Cobden goes on to win by 3 lengths. Lady Scylla home in second after flattening the last. They finished miles clear of the third, and it's going to be very close for third, with Emily Webb coming from a mile back, possibly to snatch third from Daria, with Powerful Society fifth and the rest well beaten.
Yeah, a really good performance on her debut. Miranda wins for Paul Nicholls and Harry Cobden. A bit of compensation for Tommy Silver in our previous race. Lady Scylla was second for Tom Lacey and Richard Johnson. They were a mile clear of the rest. Emily Webb for Alex Hales and Keelan Woods.
Well, for a large percentage of that race, Miranda moved very sweetly. Then it looked as though it was going to be another continuation of a frustrating afternoon for the Nichols camp. And then Lady Scylla ran out of petrol and perhaps flattened the last. And the superior flat speed of the winner has enabled her to quicken nicely clear. The two of them have pulled an absolute country distance miles. I mean, the third is probably just leaving Ludlow town centre now and plugged on for third, and the front two are miles clear. So it's fairly decent performance by Miranda first up.
Okay, yes, pick her up in third place. The eventual runner up in front, and very few have got into it from behind. That's nothing to do with track position. It's just that they're not as good as the first couple who have pulled miles clear without getting carried away. She's done it nicely in an ordinary contest, and she's daughter of Camelot, who's absolutely on fire with his jumping horses this season. So it looks like he could well be the next sort of big stallion in years to come. As we pick them up here, the favourite, what did you make the favourite? Missed the hurdle away from the stands.
Yeah, she just never really looked happy, did she? Sort of a whole demeanour, perhaps in the paddock, wasn't great either. And just there, the head carriage, the nose bands on, she just doesn't look as though she really wants to go and do it today for whatever reason. So, that's obviously deprived the race of a good percentage of its competitiveness, and Miranda was then left to change the stablemate, for whom there was very good money. The market anticipated that she might make the running and that she was going to leave that last performance on Town Moor well behind her, and she has done. She's pinged along in front. Lady Scylla jumped well in the main until she got into the straight and flattened the last, and she's run a fine race. A little handicap might await her somewhere down the line.
Daria has hung around for a bit. She's just weakening, jumping second last. She wasn't devoid of ability in her native France, albeit she's well held, but she's shown a bit more than the finished position.
Yeah, she travelled quite well. She was up in the van throughout, with the main protagonists, and she's just weakened late on. So there might be another day for her, and then literally it's another postcode back to the third, and one or two of them, the Scrabblers and the refugees, have been fighting out the finish for the final placing.
Ears pricked when she hits the line. I wonder where Mr. Nichols will place her next.
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Not sure where she'd go really, whether he'd just stick to Fillies races or whether he might just try and get another run into her.
In an ordinary race, at least the sort of Sex Alliance will negotiate the penalty she'd receive for this.
Yes, there's some nice juvenile handicaps, isn't there? In and around Cheltenham. We haven't got to go to the old Fred Winter. Ascot
valuable one at Newbury just after.
Newbury. Haydock got one as well. I know Ascot certainly have. So maybe those sort of races will be in the offing for as well. And you wouldn't rule out a return to the flat somewhere down the line, would you?
Yep.